and be like, I'm doing everything she doing. I'm doing the
it's not working.
and it's not working.
Yeah.
Before, back in the day, I would have been like, you're not air drying? Like, how are you not? And I'm like, I don't even air dry my natural curls anymore.
Convenience doesn't mean healthy.
Yeah.
Co-washing is about convenience.
Yeah.
Braids are about convenience.
Oh.
Wigs, sew-ins, all of that is convenience. It's not healthy.
Yeah.
So again, if you're using the terminology correctly, yes, they are doing their part.
Yeah.
Braids are convenient.
Yeah.
Let's just call it what it is.
Yeah.
Are they healthy? Absolutely not.
Ooh, y'all. Did you just hear what my hairstylist was just saying? In this video, we're going to talk about 3 habits that actually was terrible for our natural hair. And then we're going to talk about 3 building blocks to healthy hair. I'm holding your hand while you watch this video, sis. Stick with me. We're going to get through this together.
Content out there is like, for a long time, people were like, take biotin, that's gonna make your hair grow. Use rice water, that's gonna make your hair grow. Oh, these certain hair oils with these certain herbs are gonna make your hair grow. And all of that being said, I feel like there's something to be said about, okay, these are converging thoughts happening.
Okay,
and so
yes, I'm here with you.
It sounds like a tangent, but it's not.
I'm following you.
Okay,
I'm following you.
So hold that over here.
Okay, I got it.
Over here is this idea that, okay, we've been getting braids, we've been getting sew-ins, we've been doing protective styling that gives us a break, quote unquote, from dealing with our hair, right? And then couple that with, pause, another tab, us going through this like era of like co-washing, skipping washes, so like once a month or every right. Okay,
I'm sorry, that makes my skin crawl even thinking that was supposed to be healthy.
That was right. Okay, so my theory is, let's talk about scalp and blood circulation. We thought, okay, I'm only gonna co-wash, or I'm only gonna wash my hair once a month, actually being detrimental to our hair growth because we're not having that scalp or that blood circulation happening. And like, how big of a deal or impact does that make for someone's like hair growth journey? Like, what are your thoughts about that? Because I feel like they all kind of like feed into each other.
Absolutely. So when we look at hair growth, just like with health and hair growth, they pretty much are, everything works as one. You have to look at it from a holistic standpoint, the whole body working. I feel like within the last 10 years, maybe 5-10 years, we've really only looked at hair from the outside, right? Just outside.
How does it look at the
That's it. So we look at, oh, if that hair is long, guess what? It's healthy, right? We look at it as, oh, if I'm not messing with it and I'm putting it up in braids, it's healthy. We are not looking at the hair from a holistic standpoint. So when it comes to hair growth, yes, there are a ton of factors that play in. But as I tell my clients, everything starts inside. Everything externally, yes, we can treat, but it truly starts inside. So when it comes to hair growth, there are so many factors that determine how fast the hair grows, right? You have internal factors such as genetics. Genetics are huge. A lot of people are like, oh my God, I want hair down my back. Is your mama's hair down your back? Is your auntie's hair down your back?
Right.
If it's probably not, it might not be a realistic goal, right? Genetic factors. Then you have health factors, right? Ton of things. So many of us are walking around unhealthy. Truly unhealthy. But we think because we're functioning well that we are. So we assume that our hair should just be thriving when truly we're not healthy. Do you know how many people really truly say, oh, I just have high blood pressure, I'm unhealthy? It's so simple. It's so common. All of these common ailments that we experience, people truly believe, oh, that's nothing. It impacts nothing. I'm healthy. I'm on medication. I'm healthy. I'm managing it. It's not the case. But since we are able to function in this state, we assume we are. Same thing with the hair. They assume, oh, yeah, my body's healthy. I'm healthy. So that's a completely different beast in its own. Our physical health. Then when we start talking about actual hair growth, you talked about the follicle. The only thing that promotes hair growth is blood circulation to that follicle, then hair grows. So then we think of all these factors that now affect the circulation. Most of us don't have good circulation throughout our body normally, much less our scalp. So when we've been neglecting the scalp for so long, without our shampoos, all of this stimulation to that.
Because the whole thing is like, we underestimate the importance of the actual scalp stimulation you get from shampooing your hair. You think it's just, oh, I don't want to like strip my hair of its natural oils or whatever. And it's like, yeah, physically on top, yes, right? But like your scalp needs that stimulation more than the oils. The oils will be fine, but it's like you're missing out on this like critical. So if like hair growth is your goal, then you want to be playing in your head.
Absolutely. You need it. What's really, what I would say is we need to start talking about scalp health. Like that part. We always talk about hair. This is all one part. Our scalp as well. And so much of that cleansing the scalp to where those follicles are not getting clogged, removing a lot of that debris, not only from products, but also the shedding of the skin. You have to think about it. This is the same skin that we have on our face. We're cleansing our face on a daily basis.
Right.
Imagine if you don't for a couple days, what do you think that's going to look like? Exactly. So our scalp does need to be addressed the same. We also have sebum on the scalp. We have so much going on.
Oh my God. This is like driving, like riling me up, because I'm just thinking about like all the products that like are marketed to like help you avoid shampooing.
And what do you think that's doing for the hair? So much of this stuff is truly, as you said, marketing.
Yeah.
It's not really about health. It's about marketing. And one thing people do know about consumers, they want convenience. Convenience doesn't mean healthy.
Yeah.
Co-washing is about convenience.
Yeah.
Braids are about convenience. Wigs, sew-ins, all of that is convenience. It's not healthy.
Yeah.
So again, if you're using the terminology correctly, yes, they are doing their part.
Yeah.
Braids are convenient.
Yeah.
Let's just call it what it is.
Yeah.
Are they healthy? Absolutely not.
And are they technically protective?
No. What are they protecting? If you're not treating the hair underneath, what are you protecting? Are you protecting already damaged hair? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But it's not protecting. The braiding hair is crap these days.
And it's breaking the hair inside the braid. That's why there's so much shedding.
And it's full of chemicals. So guess what you're doing? Is it truly protective? Yeah. Now don't get me wrong, I ain't knocking braids.
I love the braid set.
And understanding how to use these convenient styles. There's nothing wrong with them, but people are using them as like part of a healthy hair care regimen, and that's where we fall short.
Yeah.
Just like eating fast food all the time, realistically, is that good for you? No. Is it convenient? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, okay.
Yeah.
But all the time and saying you're healthy, it's just not accurate.
And that's the thing. I feel like people, especially like when it comes to braids, we've gotten so used to them, and we prefer them because like we've gotten used to the convenience of like not having to do much. And it's like now I feel like a lot of people, especially like my audience, when I'm sharing like my roller set videos and like they're seeing like how my hair is transformed from like being like a pixie cut and now I'm like, yeah, my hair is great, but my hair was never like this before because I wasn't doing as much care to it as I am now.
Yeah.
I'm washing it every 2 weeks. I'm not keeping my roller set for 3 weeks. I'm not even doing that. I'm doing 2 weeks max.
Yeah.
And then I'm sealing it under the hooded dryer so it's not staying wet for like a long period of time. So it's like before, back in the day, I would have been like, you're not air drying? Like, how are you not? And I'm like, I don't even air dry my natural curls anymore. I'm doing a blow dry because it's like I understand the concept now of like you got to seal that cuticle.
Have to.
Like but you don't know those things when you're just doing what the convenient thing is to do, what the girls are talking about, what looks good. But it's like, yeah, it may look good, but then 10 years into your natural hair journey, you're like, what? My hair
is crispy,
or
you
dry,
can get a style
something
with product, a ton of product. And again, so much of our genetic disposition plays a part in even styling and stuff. It's like, some textures can force a style and it be fine. Yeah. Other textures don't have that luxury. So again, that's why healthy hair is a foundation for the best hair. It's not only more convenient for you at home, but it styles better.
Yeah.
And when we neglect the health part of it,
it eventually it's going to show itself. Yeah, for sure.
Just like our body.
Yes, it's going to show.
I tell clients, it's easy to think of it like this. It's very simple, right? So our physical health, drinking water, are making sure that we're eating right and working out. We know those things are like the basic building blocks for health, right? If we're not working out, but we're eating right and we're drinking enough water, Are we healthy?
I would say
no. You're not hydrated. You're gonna or exercise. You still have to get that blood flow going. A lot of people don't realize that plays a part in even our glucose, right?
Yeah.
All of that. So you're able to
like you can't
offset a lot of disease.
Yes.
Right. So then take away your hydration. Are you healthy if you're just eating right and working out? No, you still need that, right? Again, are you just healthy if you are not eating right? We know that's not the case.
Right.
So you need all three.
Okay,
of them
so
to
what
work
are
together?
What are those three for somebody's hair care?
Protein.
Oh,
protein treatments, hydration, haircuts and trims. That's the external part of it. Those are the three building blocks that you can do on the outside of the hair. Everything else first starts inside. I always tell clients, first you have to make sure this is right.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're not going to get the best quality. Yeah. So many of us are walking around nutrient deficient. Yeah. So many of us we're just deficient.
Yes.
Let's be honest. Yeah. People don't realize stress affects the hair.
Yeah.
Those deficiencies affect
the
hair. Yeah. The hormones, all of it.
Yeah.
So again, getting this right first.
Yeah.
All us as hairstylists can really do is treat the outside. Yes, we can keep some things at bay. Yeah. But if you're not right in here.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. I think like we need the education that hairstylists have in order to understand the dynamics of that, because like we can get caught up in just this part.
Absolutely.
And be like, I'm doing everything she doing, I'm doing the
it's not working,
and it's not working.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
But
a lot.
To your point, it's like it's so heavily like about, are we rinsing?
This first part.
Oh yeah, it's so heavily about like what you're doing internally that can make the impact that a product will never do, or even a routine could never do by itself.
Absolutely.
You gotta have the combination happening.
And that's why I like looking at hair from a holistic standpoint as a whole. Because if we neglect parts of it, it's never wholly gonna be right. So
especially for hair, because hair feels our identity. So like if you have somebody touching on your hair, your crown, like that is your covering. Like there's all this theology around like, why certain fallen angels chose certain women, and like the whole like covering the head thing, like in church, like that's where that idea comes from, is like our beauty is on our head. And so like whenever like women are mourning or like people mourn, you chop your hair off, because like it's a sign of grief when you let go of like your identity. Our hair is like a very precious, vulnerable position for us to be in. So when you have somebody else in it, like you need to know that that person is caring for you and not putting spells on you or doing like weird stuff on you.
Seriously.
Like,
and that's even just by their mouth. Like,
yes. What kind of life or death are they speaking unto you? What are they promoting?
But so this is always interesting to me, and I like hearing different perspective on it, because this is an area I'm still like unsure about, right? So you know how our belief in something gives it power, right? The more we believe something or not, right? Do you believe that even if we don't give it power, that it still can play a role?
So
or how much
the
could
way
you believe it?
The way that I believe it to work is this: there are rules and principles in the spirit that, whether you believe it or not, are real. So there are legal rights and access points that you can give to something evil, whether you know that you are or not. So like, for example, unforgiveness is a legal way that evil can enter your heart and your life. So even if you say, I rebuke this in the name of Jesus, but you still walking around not forgiving the person that hurt you, that's an open door. Bitterness is an open door. Like,
I say that because I'm bitter.
No, I'm telling you. And it'll manifest in a way that may not be connected to the situation. That's the part that the enemy doesn't want you to understand. Yeah. Because that's why Christ is so big on forgiveness. How many times are you supposed to forgive people? 777 times a day. Why is that? Because that's an open door that the enemy can use to torment you. You can be saved.
No, you're right. You're right about that.
It's
true torment. Like in a way,
he knows exactly where you are, because he can't be everywhere. He's not omnipresent.
No.
But
only where you welcome him in,
and you welcome him in. He knows what shame tastes and sounds like and looks like. So he sniffs it out. He's like a roaring lion on the earth.
You can do that.
Yes, but that's what he seeks. He's not looking for blood. He's looking for shame. He's looking for guilt. He's looking for unforgiveness. He's looking for anger.
Because that's the only way where he can reside.
Absolutely.
Otherwise,
Absolutely. So that's my belief in that. It's like not necessarily that like you take power away because you say I don't believe it.
Yeah.
It's actually not that.
Yeah.
It's, you may not believe it, but if the principles meet the mechanism, the enemy doesn't care if you know it or not. That's why God says count the cost. Because Christ wants you to know you may give up your family. You may give up your livelihood, but if you follow me, you'll get X, Y, and Z. You know exactly what you're getting with Christ. On the other side, the enemy says, I will give you the kingdom. I will give you riches. I will give you this and that, and you'll never know how much it costs you. Yeah. It always ends up costing you more than you want to pay.